You ever notice how, when two friends hang out for a while, they start sounding the same? Like they'll use the same slang, laugh the same way, even order the same coffee without thinking twice. It's not just friends either. Watch a couple that's been together for years. Their expressions, little gestures, even the way they sigh, it all starts to sync up. It's kind of creepy when you first notice it. But here's the thing. It's not creepy at all. It's human nature. People mimic each other constantly, and most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. I remember being in a coffee shop once, eavesdropping, don't judge me, on two strangers meeting for what was obviously a first date. At first, they were awkward. He leaned forward, she sat back. He laughed nervously, she just smiled politely. But about 20 minutes in, something changed. Their bodies started mirroring each other. He leaned in, she leaned in. She tucked her hair behind her ear, and within seconds, he scratched his neck in almost the same motion. By the end, they were sipping their lattes in perfect sync, like two halves of a mirror. This wasn't some kind of magic. It's something psychologists call the chameleon effect, the unconscious habit of copying people's body language, tone, or behavior. And it happens for one simple reason. We're wired to connect. Mimicking is our brain's way of saying, I'm with you. I get you. We're safe here. Think back to childhood. Remember when you were little and you picked up sayings from your friends that drove your parents crazy? Suddenly you're saying whatever or duh every 2 seconds because that's how your best friend talked. You didn't make a conscious decision to talk like them. It just happened. Kids do it instinctively, but adults do it too, just more subtly. It's why accents rub off when you travel. Spend 2 weeks in London and suddenly you're saying cheers instead of thanks. Spend a month in the southern US and somehow y'all slips into your vocabulary. You didn't plan it. Your brain was just trying to blend in because blending in has been a survival strategy for humans forever. Here's where it gets interesting. Mimicking doesn't just help us fit in. It also influences how people feel about us. When someone unconsciously mirrors your behavior, you feel like they get you, even if you can't explain why. It builds trust without a single word. That's why great salespeople, negotiators, or even comedians use it on purpose. They subtly match your tone, posture, or pacing, and suddenly you feel like you've known them forever. It's kind of wild because the opposite is true too. If someone refuses to mirror you, like you're smiling and leaning in, but they stay stiff and closed off, you feel distance. Something feels off, even if you can't put your finger on it. It's your brain picking up that lack of alignment. I once had a teacher who was a master at this. She could walk into a noisy classroom full of teenagers bouncing off the walls, and instead of shouting over them, she'd lower her voice. Slowly, the room would quiet down because without realizing it, the students started mirroring her calm. By the end, she had everyone leaning in, listening. It wasn't discipline. It was mimicry at work. And here's the funny part. This goes way deeper than body language. People mimic moods too. Spend enough time around a constantly negative person, and you'll feel your energy drain. On the flip side, hang out with someone genuinely upbeat, and you'll catch yourself laughing more, smiling more, even standing taller. It's emotional contagion. We don't just mirror gestures, we mirror emotions, and it spreads like wildfire. Now, of course, this isn't always a good thing. If you've ever been in a toxic workplace, you've seen how one person's stress can infect the entire team. Everyone starts walking faster, talking sharper, shoulders tight, voices clipped. That's mimicry too, just in the worst way. But here's where the awareness helps. Once you realize people mimic each other unconsciously, you can use it to your advantage. Want to lift the mood in a room? Start with your own energy. Smile genuinely. Relax your posture. Breathe slower. People will pick up on it without even realizing it, and the atmosphere will shift. The flip side, if you don't protect your own energy, you'll end up unconsciously copying whatever vibe dominates the room. And sometimes that vibe isn't one you want. There's another layer to this too, the social dance of relationships. Ever notice how when someone starts pulling away, you can feel it before they even say anything? Their words may be polite, but their body stops mirroring yours. They stop leaning in, their tone doesn't match, the sync disappears. That lack of mimicry is often the first clue that something's changed. Which means the opposite is true as well. When people are deeply connected, friends, lovers, teammates, they don't even have to try. Their rhythm, gestures, even breathing syncs up naturally. It's not conscious, it's chemistry. So, next time you catch yourself copying someone's posture or noticing they just copied yours, pay attention. That's connection at work. It's your nervous system reaching out and saying, "We're in this together." We like to think of ourselves as independent, separate individuals, but deep down, we're constantly syncing with the people around us. We're all mirrors, reflecting each other back and forth. So, if you want better relationships, if you want people to feel closer to you, more comfortable around you, it doesn't always start with big words or deep conversations. Sometimes it starts with something as small as leaning in when they lean in.
And just like that couple in the coffee shop, we've been mirroring each other this whole video. You leaned in, I leaned in. Now let's keep that connection going. If this resonated with you, give the video a like, drop a comment with a moment you've caught yourself mimicking someone, and hit subscribe so we can keep syncing up in the next one.